All right, guys, let's do this. So can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Give me kind of a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Okay, good. All right, perfect. I didn't see my microphone going, so I wasn't sure if it was working. Okay, so, all right, guys, it's Monday, January 16th. It is a Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is also the day my kids had off school. And I had a sleepover last night at my sister-in-law's house, and they are dog tired and exhausted and miserable, right? So if you hear screaming children or a screaming husband, you would know why. We're trying to get them off to bed. But anyways, I had the opportunity today to sit down and prepare for our call tonight. So we kicked off the end of December 2016 with the Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack. We kicked off in January with the Beachbody Health Bet. And so we have all of these just sort of new opportunities, new options that we can offer customers, new ways to keep people engaged. And one of the things that I really want to make sure that I cover with you all is to make sure that you understand how to help your customers get the best results, maximize all of the enhancements that Beachbody has given us so that people become lifelong customers. And they're people that go out and spread the word and share that with other people, because that's really how your business grows. So tonight's call is all about challenge groups, and they're the bread and butter of your future. We're going to talk about many things, such as keeping your customers engaged, but running effective challenge groups, how to get the most out of the Challenge Tracker app. I'm going to share with you guys some things that I use in the app that are helping me to give my customers a better experience, videos that I'm making for them. Also sort of that transition phase. What am I going to do with people that bought the All Access Challenge Pack to ensure that they get results, that they stay engaged, that they keep using it, so that it doesn't become a gym membership that, people sign up for in January, and by the end of January, they're gone, right? So that is the focus of tonight. So if you guys have any questions at all, I'm going to just turn off this heater. If you have any questions at all, make sure that you guys use tonight as an opportunity to just ask a lot of questions, and don't be shy. And and if there's something you want me to expand on, that's why we have that chat bar. That's why we have the comments. So please, please, please use that. Okay. All right. So first things first, we're going to do a few announcements. So how many of you guys have listened to the National Wake Up Call today? I heard it was awesome. I didn't get a chance to listen to it yet. I heard that Bonnie knocked it out of the park. But they talked about the Beachbody Team Cup. So for those of you that have never done a team cup before, there's two things you can do. Number one, I want you guys to go to this website that's listed right on this slide. It says teambeachbodycup.com. So go to teambeachbodycup.com, check it out, read about it, and then everybody, whether you are a brand new coach, whether you've been in the business for 6 years, whether you are an emerald, a diamond, a coach level, a star diamond, everybody should either be leading a team cup team or participating in a team cup. So after tonight's call, I'll go into our team pages and I'll just make a little graphic for you guys. And then you guys can, if you don't have a cup team, you can comment below. You guys can start assembling teams. So today registration opened. Again, just to kind of give you like the high level, there is also an FAQ. Honestly, if you don't know what a team cup is, go look at the FAQ. You can read through it all. But basically, it's just a competition that Beachbody does. The marketing team does this with the coaches, and they give away prizes, and they have tiers. And the goal is to assemble a team of 5 coaches. Only one can be a diamond coach, but you don't have to have a diamond coach on your team. One person takes the role and says, hey, I'll be the team leader. I'll register our team. I'll make sure we have a weekly Zoom meeting scheduled. I'll make sure we have a Facebook group created and a message thread, right? Somebody takes that responsibility. Then what you do is you set a goal for yourselves, and you say, all right, I have pretty consistently hit Success Club 5 every single month. I'm gonna do 10. I'm gonna do 15. I'm gonna do 20. And so then what you do is you set a goal, with your team, and you say, okay, we're going to try to earn as many Success Club points as we can per team. And that's how it's ranked within the company. And that's how you earn your prizes. That's how the top teams are decided. And so I will tell you that the year I did my first team cup, Lindsay Matway, who is a previous top coach, was my upline. And she asked me to be a part of her cup team. She saw some potential in me. She saw that I was, reaching for the stars. I was a go-getter. I was really matching her effort. And she said, hey, Mel, you want to be a part of my cup team. And so I was freaked out that she asked me to be a part of her cup team. But at the same time, I was thinking to myself, man, this is my time to shine. She thought enough of me. And so I said, I'm going to max out my points. And at that time, 35 was your max amount of Success Club points you can earn. And the most I'd ever gotten was like 10 or 15. And so here I was busting my tail. I think I ran a new challenge group every single week for the entire month that we ran a cup, and I got over 35 Success Club points. I ranked advanced to diamond. I mean, I was inviting and following up and posting and being creative. I mean, I was doing everything that I could to really push my business forward. And because I went at it for 30 days, for an entire month, with sort of this laser focus on reaching a goal, I crushed it. I mean, I crushed it, and I made some really big strides. And so what I want to say to you guys is this, can you give it everything you have for 30 days, from February 1st to February 28th, or whatever the last day of the month is? Can you give it your all? So what I want to do is encourage you guys, have you assembled your team? Have you given your team name yet? Let's go out there and make it happen. I would love to see us kick some of those Canadian teams off that leaderboard, and let's go rock the Team Cup, because I think we have what it takes to get some teams. We've got some high Success Club earners. I really think we could do this. So let's go out there and make it happen. All right, so I know that we are waiting for Katie to come on. She's part of one of our speakers, so that's okay. Maybe just a dream team, top team would be even more awesome, I think, is what I would rather see happen. So yeah, maybe I should rephrase that a little bit more. All right. Okay. So, hang on, looking for Katie. She's not on here yet. Okay, so I'm going to skip this next slide and we will come back to it. Also, a couple of other announcements. Our top recruiter for the last week. So I always pull the reports from the last week. I can see, how many coaches our team has signed and where we're at. And I can tell you that as of right now, Alyssa Shoemaker is the top recruiter of the past week. She's recruited 5 new coaches to her team in the last week. So congratulations, way to go. And then we also have our Success Club. I always do every single week, guys, if you're a new coach on the team. I always do Success Club points. And so right now, let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. So as of this past week, so from January 1st to January 16th, you guys can see Alana LeBlanc is up there with 36 Success Club points. And if you want to know what mine is, a couple of people were like, yay, that was so motivating to know where you fell. I'm at 58 Success Club points right now. So if you're shooting for the stars, there's where you're shooting for, right? That Beachbody On Demand All Access Pass is money. Megan Geis is at 35 Success Club points. Shannon Hargrave is at 30. Kim Danger is at 25. Leah Ronell, I'm sorry if I butchered that, is at 23. Jen Guthrie is at 22. I won't read them all, but make sure to congratulate people that you know on this list for a job well done. Pretty stinking incredible. So guys, there's a lot of time left. It is the 16th. There's a lot of inviting that can happen. There still are a few more weeks to start challenge groups. There's follow-ups. There's great posts. There are so many things you can do, guys. There is absolutely no reason why everybody's name can't be on this list. Then, so there's Success Club 10 and higher, and then there's 5 through 9. So here are the coaches that have Success Club 5 through 9. So if you're an Emerald coach, if you meet all of the requirements of Success Club, you have your Shakeology on Home Direct, you have your that's your 90 PV, you've paid your business service fees, you've got your on demand, you are getting customer leads. And guys, think about how many people have gone to Beachbody On Demand and just got Beachbody On Demand and they didn't have an assigned coach. And so they go into this lead wheel and then they are assigned to one of you. So make it a goal for yourself this month. Get to Success Club, get to Emerald. You can get your customer leads. You can get some people that you can reach out to and hopefully begin to develop a relationship, engage them in challenge groups. If they're not on Shakeology, get them in to Shakeology and hopefully help them to have a great customer experience too. All right, so these are our Success Club 5. Again, shout everybody out that you see on this list. We have one more list of coaches that are in Success Club. Guys, incredible job. I can't wait to see this be like 5 pages long by the end of the month. So, and then these are our top producers. So it looks like you guys are doing a great job at continuing on the path of, you know, just really having high numbers of volume points. And I'm guessing that it is because of the Beachbody On Demand All Access Pass, that it is because you're keeping your customers on Shakeology, that you are starting challenge groups, that you are being creative, that you are doing your vital behavior. So let's give a really huge shout out to Shannon Hargrave. She was at 1,704 personal volume points. So customers and personal sales. That was in 1 week. Kim Danger, 1,525. Amethyst Thomas, 1,307. Sarah Ross, 1,293. Right, guys, incredible, like incredible job. One of the things that I've always done is set my bar at over 500 every single week. And that was just one thing for me personally that always ensured that I was bringing in just residual volume, new customers. It sort of helps me to have a consistent theme across the board as far as my commissions went. So that really was something I have always thought about. All right. Okay. Also, guys, if you don't have a place to plug into, if your upline does not run monthly sneak peeks and you have some people that you think would make great coaches, or honestly go into your challenge groups and let people know that we're doing a sneak peek. If people you think would make great coaches, if you want to post about it on your timeline, make yourself an image. You can add people to this event. If you literally just go and search, Dream Team Coach Sneak Peek, you can find it. It's on my personal Facebook page under events. I'll post the link in the Dream Team and my personally sponsored coach page. Again, if your upline is hosting one, go ahead and invite to that. And then also, if you're a diamond or if you're above diamond, like you really need to take the bull by the horns and do your own sneak peeks, do your own business opportunities. Even if you want to look at mine and parallel it, it's still better if it comes from your voice and your words, because you have your own unique angle of the business and the way you look at things. So I encourage you guys to do your own sneak peeks. And even if nobody shows up, or 1 month you only have one person, or maybe if your best friend just shows up to support you, record it, do it like you mean it. I promise you it is going to be time well spent. All right. So we've got that coming up on January 25th. It's a Wednesday night. It'll be 8:45 to 10 o'clock at night. It'll happen in a public event on Facebook. Okay, cool. All righty. So I am going to go back over here and I'm going to move back to this slide, and I'm going to turn over the call to Miss Katie Ursa. She is going to share with us something we are doing as a team. So go ahead, Katie. I think you are muted. I can see her talking, but I can't hear her. Hang on.
I had to get out of the full screen.
Oh, okay.
All right. Good. I'm good. I'm so excited to talk to you guys too about this for a couple minutes. So I'm going to try to go live on my page because I'm getting so many questions about it while you're doing this. So I'm going to do that. We'll see how this goes, guys. It's probably going to be all kinds of backwards, and people are going to be like, Katie, why can't you be smarter about this? Ah! Okay, so we're going to try this one more time. All right, so let's do it this way. Okay, so you guys, I am so excited to be doing this because Race to Any Place is just something that is so dear to my heart. I was introduced to this particular event last year. I had no idea what it was. I've been affiliated with the LLS for quite some time. And then I just by chance did this event. Somebody in the school district that I actually taught with had passed from a type of leukemia, and they needed somebody to join their team. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but sure. I've never ridden a bike, but sure, I'll do it anyway. So I got on this bike, and it was one of the coolest events that I've ever done. So what they do is on Saturday, February 18th, they set up the entire, I think it's the West Lounge of Heinz Field, and they just set it up with bikes. There's literally hundreds of bikes. And people, there's live bands, there's vendors, there's just this spirit of people are really sweating for something bigger at this event. And so what you do is you create a team, and when you create the team, you actually have what could be up to 12 people. So one person is going to be your team leader. As a team, you guys are in charge of fundraising $750. Now, this can come in a couple of different ways. You can divide the cost of registration. And if you divide the cost of registration, that means that like each person would pay $63, and that would be their fundraising. They've met their quota. Or you guys as a team could get a corporate sponsor, like Sheets or Dunkin' Donuts, or I don't know, if you guys have LLCs, maybe you want to sponsor it as a great tax write-off as well. So you could do it that way as well. You could do that. You could also fundraise. So you could get other people involved with what you're doing. This is a great thing for you not just to be a part of, but for you to invite your challengers to, for you to actually go and meet or meet new people there, but to invite people to an opportunity to see what your team actually does and what they're committed to. So there are some fundraising ideas listed here. Melanie and I both have like sign-up sheets for you if you're interested. I know in the Knockout Brigade, I have a couple of team lists in the file section, and Melanie will have one for you too. You can join a team, or you can create your own team. But what's really cool is when you guys actually go on to register, they are going to create a Beachbody sign-in. So you actually register and you say that you're part of Beachbody. And when you say that you're part of Beachbody, we are going to be competing against each other. So each team in our division is going to be competing against one another as well. So each team is going to have a team leader, and then all the participants are going to go in on that. So do you guys want to just fill in, if you guys have questions or something, you can answer that, or I can answer those below. And then the other part of the event too, which we've never done before, we actually have the venue on Friday and Saturday night. So I was asked by the person who's actually in charge of this if we would be willing to do a workout. So I contacted Cam, who, if you're familiar with Pittsburgh at all, she leads so many of our Super Saturdays, does a phenomenal job. She's going to be leading a workout on Friday night at 7 o'clock. There are actually going to be 2 live workouts. There's going to be a DJ, there's going to be prizes, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. It's only $25 to go. It's a donation, and you get a workout with Cam, and then you also get a spin class too. So you get 2 workouts for that $25, as well as a raffle prize. You get like a raffle ticket as well for that Friday night. So if you know that you can't commit to maybe creating a team, or you know you have something going on Saturday, you have the Friday option as well. So as I was thinking about this, and I was kind of going through all of this information in my head, I was like, wow, what a great opportunity for me to be able to invite my current challengers. What a great opportunity for me to invite my local coaching prospects, to talk to them about what we do as a team, and just to be able to get to do something. Guys, we work behind a computer screen all of the time, and it can be, I don't know, like taxing on you to kind of think like, am I on this little island all by myself behind this screen? And here we are, we have an entire weekend that is devoted to doing something so much bigger than just selling challenge packs or having somebody sign up for Shakeology or getting a Success Club point. This is really an opportunity for people to see what Beachbody is about, and for people to really get a feel for what teamwork really is. So Melanie and I were talking, she's never been on a bike before, but we were talking about maybe doing a couple of spin classes beforehand. There's a couple of local in the north. There's a ton in the south as well, and they are a lot of fun. So the information to sign up is on the bottom. You can also just get the links. I'll put them in the chat bar right after this. Melanie, did I forget anything?
No, I'm sorry, I was taking notes. No, you did not forget anything at all. Is there a date that they need to register by?
So the date for the Friday event is they can register at any time. At this point, she did not give a cutoff date because they go by the time that the bikes are basically quote unquote sold out. And I also want to add, and I think I mentioned it briefly, when you register a team, you don't pay that $750 up front. You commit to raising $750 as a team. You don't need to have 12 riders on your team, but you can have 12 riders on the team. So you can have anywhere from 4 to 12 on your team as long as you commit to raising $750. And guys, to be honest with you, there are a lot of businesses out there that are more than willing to donate. If you have a spouse who works for some type of corporate office, a lot of times they'll do matching bonuses too, or matching donations as well. So it's a fun competition, and it's a really good cause. So just so you know, that's kind of how it works. I highly suggest that you guys get the word out there and register a team. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll be there both nights, or both days. So
cool. Yeah. And I think what we'll do, guys, is if you guys are interested in coming in, you're interested in participating for the weekend, right? There's lots of hotels that are around this area. If you're a couple of hours away and want to come in, we're going to try to get together, I think, because it's over at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and there is Tequila Cowboy right down the street. We're like, sure, let's just go and have like a little fun kind of get together after the fact. We can bring our kids, right? Like if we wanted to bring our kids, we could.
Oh yeah, they'll have like a play area for them to set up. And then the other thing is too, if you really have to go, spin, and then leave, you can. You and your team work out your spin schedule. So you go and like, usually it's in about 15-minute increments. So someone will ride for 15, they'll get off the bike, and then someone else will ride for 15, and then they'll get off the bike. So you guys create your spin schedule. It's one bike per team, and you guys work out what times everybody's going to spin in that span from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Honestly, last year when I went, Mel, I was like a 12 o'clock rider. I rode at 12, and I was done by 1 o'clock. And so I left right afterwards. So if you only have a small amount of the day to be able to come, you can, or you stay for the whole thing. It's really up to you how you want to do it.
Okay. Fun. So let's make a document so we can list our team names in there. I think it would be fun if you created your own team shirts, or you kind of came, it would just be fun, right? To kind of rally everybody together, do something great. I already kind of tried to pull together some of my family members. I've got my mom said she was going to do it. My dad's going to do it. My sister-in-law is going to do it. Matt said he was in. So it's going to be, and I know Alyssa said she was in for sure. She would ride on somebody's team. So we've got people that are already excited. It'll be a great time. It's just, you know what? It's kind of just what Katie says. Take it out from behind the computer screen and let's just get together and build relationships and do something for a good cause together. So I'm excited. I will be there with bells on, and it will be a blast. So, yep, Katie, any information you want to throw in the page, I'll make sure that I share it. You guys take it back to your teams and share it with them as well, too. Cool?
Very cool. I'll add those links so they can easily see the hyperlinks. So, yeah, I'll do that right now. Bye, guys. Have a great night.
All right, awesome. Okay, so I'm excited. It's kind of quiet. I don't see a lot of like chitter chatter back and forth. So hopefully people will be catching the recording and thinking about this and saving that date and coming in to hang out with us because we would love it. Love, love, love to have you guys. All right. So guys, let's check out. Sorry, I hope I'm not making you guys dizzy at the moment. Katie, do you want me to take you off presenter mode? Hold on, I'll do that. That way you can like do your thing. There you go. Okay. All right. Now I can see myself too. Okay. So, oh yay, Caitlin. Hi, Debbie. Perfect. All right. I think that would be great. Yes, challengers and coaches. And actually, I didn't even think to ask my challengers. But then as Katie was talking about it, I thought, oh, I really need to do that. That would be a really good idea. So I'm going to do that. So guys, here's the thing. Tonight, like I said at the beginning when I was sort of launching things, we're going to talk about challenge groups. And we're going to talk about the importance of challenge groups and how they're a bread and butter to our business. And I just want to preface by starting out our conversation with this. So often, Coaches come into this business and they hear the rank of Emerald and Diamond and Star Diamond and Elite and Premier and Top 10, and they don't necessarily know what that means. Or they just think that's the only way to define success. And so what I really want to say to you guys is this: in order to be a successful Beachbody coach, you, number one, have to be educated in the products. You have to be educated in the fitness programs. You have to take the time to learn about Shakeology and learn about what options there are for customers out there, right? And there are so many resources in the Coach Online office. Hold on one second. I want to be able to share it with you guys. But there are so many resources in the Coach Online office that I think a lot of times we forget to go and use those. We forget how important that those resources are. And so what I encourage you guys to do is, I know I'm clicking around here, but is go to this training section. Like, go to the news and training and check out this training library and spend some time educating yourself on the basics of challenge packs. You know, what is a challenge pack? This is the complete guide to challenge packs, right? There is so much information on create challenge pack value to increase your confidence and build your business, right? Understanding the compensation plan, understanding how to run challenge groups. This, if you're sort of struggling as far as content goes, here's a great place to start. But here's the bottom line, guys. When it comes to building your business, right? When it comes to building your business, we can't bring in coaches. We can't talk about the business opportunity if we don't understand how to support customers. Because the basics, the bread and butter of our business is running effective challenge groups, is signing customers with a challenge pack or Beachbody On Demand all access pass, enrolling them in a challenge group, helping them get support, accountability, mentoring them through the process, helping them to get their transformation so that they can move on in the process. And then it even starts even lower below that. It starts with us. It starts with us working on ourselves and having that physical transformation or emotional transformation, you know, and health transformations. I mean, it doesn't always have to be the physical before and after, but the bottom line is this: you've got to practice what you preach. And you have to be willing to be vulnerable, to put yourself out there and to share that. So knowledge is important. In order to bring people into the business and begin to help them get started right, you have to understand how to run challenge groups. And you have to embrace this, and you have to love helping other people. All right? So here is the challenge pack promotions that are going, or not promotions, but here's the complete guide. And I wanted to show you this because, and this may or may not be 100% accurate depending on, I pulled this from the Coach Online office, but it should be accurate. Maybe it isn't, but the $140, and it looks like it is. Yes, it looks like it is. So you can see, this is important because even this is something that I printed out early on in my business. I actually put this in a 3-ring binder because it was something that I referred to quite often. But when I'm talking to people, I want to know what price point I'm talking about. You got to know what's involved in a challenge pack, but also, guys, realize that, okay, what is the commissions that I'm getting? Do you guys see? You can see your actual commissions. You can see your Success Club points. Yes, this is accurate. It has the all access challenge pack in there. Talks about the business starter kit, you know, and so this kind of helps you to understand what it is that comes in each price point. So really go into the Coach Online office and use this as a resource. Now, the second thing I want to talk about with you guys is this. You know, when we start off new customers, the initial thing that I find that people have done is we have a 21-day fix mentality. You know, we bring new customers into the business, and sometimes we even bring new coaches into the business, and we get those 2 Success Club points. We get that 21-day fix challenge back. We put them in a 21-day fix challenge group, and we help them for 21 days. And then at the end of that 21 days, we're like, peace out, on to the next. And we're looking for the next 3 customers so that we can now get customers to get our next month's Success Club points. And we forget, or we do ourselves a disservice. We shoot ourselves in the foot because we aren't focused on the people we currently have and making sure that they are getting the correct quality of service. So here's the bottom line, guys. If you begin to look at your business differently, if you begin to look at the life cycle of a customer in 90 days, where you have this life cycle where you are bringing people in and you're extending the life. Because here's the bottom line. When I look at Beachbody, and when I'm on the coach advisory board, so yes, I'm privy to some important information and they share with me stuff. Do you know that like 95% of people that buy a challenge pack never buy another challenge pack again? They never buy another program. They come in, they buy the 21-day fix. At day 30, they cancel their club membership, they cancel their Shakeology, and they're never to be found again. That's a problem. Part of that is, are we doing our job well enough to keep people engaged? You know, you can't change everybody. Some will, some won't. But I do think we have been guilty of running these 21-day groups and then not doing a very good job at following up, keeping people engaged, really looking at these people as a transformation that's over the long haul and a lifestyle change. And that's really what Beachbody On Demand is all about, right? So let's look at this. I did some math. For all of you that know me very well, you're like, oh God, Melanie did math. Check her numbers, because who knows if it's right. But I really tried. I tried hard because I wanted to give you a 3-month stint. So if you look over here on the left, it says challenge groups. Month 1, let's just say we sell 3 challenge packs, right? One of them is a Beachbody On Demand all access challenge pack, $70. Then you have 2 21-day fixed challenge packs. That's a $40 commission. You have a total of $150 in commissions for that month. Maybe that's the first month of your business, right? If you sell 3 challenge packs, you are going to get, because you have 3 Success Club points for all access, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Success Club points and $150 in your pocket. Great. That is an awesome start to your business. You have paid for your business service fees and your month of Shakeology, right? Now we look at month 2 and we say to ourselves, if I do a really good job at keeping these people engaged in the challenge group, and I can keep them on Shakeology for another turn, right? I can have 3 new customers in my next challenge group, which is another $150 in my pocket, plus their Shakeology reorders. And that's what I just went in my back office, and that's what I was getting. And it's $32.49 for their reorders, $97.47. So now let's say I've got 3 new challenge packs and my commissions. And yes, it's going to be skewed if they are on the club membership, if they're a regular customer. I get it. This isn't going to be exactly accurate, but let's just say on average, $247.47. Now that's bare minimum, guys. Bare minimum, $247 is now in your pocket. You've paid for your Shakeology twice now, right? So there's the next one. Then if we go to the next page and we look at our challenge, and we look at the next column and we see month 3, if we sell 3 more challenge packs and we've got 6 reorders of Shakeology, we have our $150 commission plus your 6 reorders. It is somewhere around $344. Bottom line, it's increasing. It's increasing. The goal is to keep our customers on Shakeology, engaged in challenge groups, and focused on getting results, on making this a lifestyle change, on saying to myself, how do I make sure people move from the 21-day fix to the fix extreme, to hammer and chisel, to, whatever, to 22-minute hardcore, to whatever, that we are moving people from each phase of the game. And what is going to happen is your income is going to grow. But instead, I don't think we always do a great job of supporting our customers. And so we are just breaking even month after month after month. And this does not even add into account once you start building a team. All right. So I really want you to take this into account. Does this make sense to you guys? I hope that this is sticking with you, because it is so important that, number 1, you take out a sheet of paper and you write down or a spreadsheet, and you write down every single person that bought a challenge pack in December and January, and when their reorder is about scheduled to ship. And 1 week prior to that, you make sure that you're talking to them about their next order. You're talking to them about the next challenge group. You're touching base with all of your customers, and we're going to dive more into that as well. All right. what sheets, I can put this slideshow into the team page if that's what you guys are looking for. But again, if you're looking for those images that I showed you, you just need to go into the training library, guys. It's under the news and training, under training. Then from there is your complete guide to challenge packs and challenge groups for those of you that were asking, okay? All right, so bottom line is this. Our main objective as coaches is to run effective challenge groups and to help customers get results. Number one, why? On day one, when I signed up to be a coach, yes, I wanted to make an income. Yes, I sure as heck, it felt good to see that commission show up in my back office, but I wanted to help people. And the only thing I could think about was making these really effective challenge groups where people engaged, where I was like interacting, where I was excited. I was, posting videos and posting pictures of my food, and I was interacting multiple times a day in there, because I knew that if I poured my heart and soul into those challenge groups, that the people that were meant to be successful were going to get on board, just like me, just like my coach did to me. So number one, challenge groups are important for testimonials and credibility, right? That is also where at the end of 30 days, where you have people like Farron, you have people like Anne, as they're going through their transformation, that will allow you to share their transformation and give them a public shout out. It's also, you can say, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of my challengers. In the first 30 days of our New Year, New You group, they've lost a total combined, 30 pounds. This works, right? How many of you are out there going to the gym and running and trying to diet and you're not losing any weight? Like, do you know there's another option? That's credibility. That's testimonials. That's building up your just sort of repertoire of success stories that you can pull out and say, hey, I know what I'm talking about. Like, this stuff works, right? It is. It's your success stories. It's referrals. If Farron didn't sign up as a coach, as Ann didn't sign up as a coach, they'd be referring people, because guess what? They look incredible. So people are going to ask them what it is that they're doing to get results. So and I had a lot of customers at the beginning that were referring other people to me, that were friend requesting, that were tagging their friends on my Facebook posts. And that was how I started to build up my following. I was doing over and above what I needed to do to help my customers get results. And then last but not least, my challenge groups are where I find my coaches, mostly. Not all, but a lot of them. Or because I've wrote about something having to do with fitness or nutrition or recipes or tips, people looking for that stuff have found me and then the opportunity. So that is why I just stress the importance of really rocking your challenge groups, because this is where you're going to get your new people that are going to grow into great coaches. So here's the thing. As we sort of move to the next thing, how do we give people the best customer experience possible? So one of the things that I sort of have done is, what the new resources that we have out there in Beachbody are the Challenge Tracker app and Beachbody On Demand. These are two new resources. And one of the things that I find is that even when we started Facebook and I started running Facebook groups, I had to go into my Facebook groups and teach people how to turn off the notifications. I had to teach people, how to find the pinned post at the top. And, I had to talk about, okay, what are the requirements? You have to do the same thing on the app as well. So I want to ask you guys this. Are you creating great resources for your customers to improve their customer experience? I made this video. It's called How to Get the Most Out of the Challenge Tracker app as a Customer. It's on my YouTube channel. All I did was I sat down and I actually used Zoom. So I don't know if you guys know this, but anybody can download Zoom. Anybody can have an account. Anybody can go and record themselves doing a Zoom and screen sharing and then upload it to YouTube. Every single one of you should have a YouTube channel. Even if you are just going to use your YouTube channel for your challenge groups, you can make them unlisted, which means nobody else can see them unless you give them the link. If you make something private, nobody can see it. But if you make it unlisted, it's easy. And all you would do is save the Zoom call right to your computer, and then you go over to YouTube. And there's a little download arrow at the top right here. It's at this top left. If you just click on that, it's going to say, and it's going to pop up a box and it's going to say upload a video. And then all you do is upload a video. And I have all of mine saved to Zoom, right? And they all come in here. I can just go to the last one and I can save it. It's so easy, right? Yep, I get it. You can't go live. Oh, well, we don't have a choice on that matter, right? So that's what I do for this one. All right. So that, or on your phone, you can download iMovie. There's an app, it's called iMovie. You can literally record right from your phone. You can put a title on there, upload it to YouTube, and done. All you do is copy and paste. Done. So easy. This, I went in there and I talked to my coaches or customers about how to turn off the notifications. So if you don't want push notifications, if you don't want your phone blowing up, if you don't, you could turn it off. And I actually showed them by holding up my phone and going through it, right? So I did that. I also showed them how to log their workouts, how to customize their experience, how to filter the posts so that they could just see my coach posts and they didn't have to see everybody else's stuff. And I talked to them about what the expectations were of the group and how that they can also post their meal plans. And so by doing this, by sending them this in pre-season, it helped them to have a better experience. I found that this challenge group ran much better because of that. So have you done a video like this to make sure that your customers know how to use the app correctly? Secondly, the next part of it is the next resource that we have is Beachbody On Demand, guys. We've got to customize the experience with Beachbody On Demand. We also have to show our customers how to use it because some are going to pay attention and some are not. So what I did was I went in and I did the same thing. I created a Zoom call where I did a screen share, very much like what I'm doing right now, right here. And I went through Beachbody On Demand with them. I showed them how to, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can go in and you can use like the program customizer and you can put in if you want to lose weight, if you want to gain muscle, if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, if you want dance cardio or strength training, and it will spit out some options for you of programs that you can do and length of time. I showed them how to use that. I showed them how to use the Fixate cooking show where the portion fix was. I also showed them how to find the nutrition guides and the program manuals and the tracking sheets. I gave them, like, if they want to follow the challenge du jour, which is like a customized calendar each week that you can follow. I went in and I showed them how to use that. And this was another post in the challenge tracker app that I shared. And guys, you don't have to be at any rank to do this stuff. If you're going to run your own challenge group, take the time to make a video. It doesn't need to be perfect. If you go online and watch my videos, trust me, they're not perfect. It's me going, oh, hold on one second while this loads. But it's just me walking them through the experience, and then hearing my voice helps. If you want to use mine, you're more than welcome to. But this is what I have created. So guys, are you explaining the features of Beachbody On Demand? And then the other thing that I did was I actually went into my challenge group, right? So I went in there and, we're on day 8 right now of my New Year, New You group. So we have done preseason and our first week of workouts. And I just wanted to kind of make a poll. And so I said, hey, everybody, how many of you have Beachbody On Demand? Do you feel comfortable using it? Do you know where to find the nutrition guides and program manuals? And I asked them questions. I just went in and asked them questions. And I said, can you give me honest feedback so I can make sure that I am customizing my support to you, since this is a new feature for us? Boom. Do you know how much just the amount of comments that I got in the past couple of hours since I posted that? It's incredible. I can see ways that I can provide better support. I can see if the tools that I'm putting out there are helping. So this was something that I asked my challengers this evening. Okay? All right. So the next thing is this. We're using the challenge tracker app. I highly, highly encourage you guys to do so. And as much as I can say I drug my heels and I did not want to do the challenge tracker app, it is money. and I am going to teach everybody and encourage everybody to do it. So number one, if you're a brand new coach, I want you to play around with it, right? Go into the My Challenge Tracker portal. Hold on, let me cancel this. Okay. Go into the mychallengetrackerportal.com, log in, you use your same login to Team Beachbody. You can actually go in and you can create a challenge group, just a new group. Go in, play around with it. You can add your mom, your friend, whatever. You can play around with it. But it's so easy to create a group. Like, it is so easy. I encourage you guys all to do it. So create a group. At the bottom, I should go back and tell you, like at the bottom here, do you see this? On the home page, video tutorials. If you don't know how to use it, go to the coach portal, watch the video, go to the participant app. Then guess what, guys? There's an FAQ. So even if you really don't know what you're doing, you can check out the FAQ also. All right. So there's so many places for you to make sure you understand how to use it. And honestly, just leap, just go for it. You'll figure it out along the way. Right? Okay. So here's the thing. One of the things I do is, now that it's day 8 and everybody's up and running, I went through and I was checking in with my customers this morning. So this morning I actually sat down and I sent a message and I looked at people that hadn't logged in 5 or more days. So you guys can see here, I had like 10 people that hadn't logged in, and I said, send them a message. This is a screenshot of something I sent. It says, I saw you haven't logged into the app in a while. I wanted to check in and see how you are doing. I hope all is well, and give me the scoop on how you're doing and if you need anything at all. We kick off week 2 today. Are you ready? All right. So this is super easy to do. If you go into your challenge group that you're currently running, you click on your participants. Then when you're looking at participants, I can see right here, oh my gosh, Brooke has not logged in at all. Neither has Carla, right? And I can go down through, neither has Kelly. And so then what I did was I clicked send message, and this is where I wrote it. I just did general, hey girls, or hey girl, right? Or hey there, or good evening, whatever, right? And so this will send them an email. It will send them an email. So it sends them an email right to their inbox. And then when they respond, it doesn't respond all. It's a blind carbon copy. So the message comes back just to me. Then I can have that back and forth interaction. I've decided Monday mornings are going to be that day for me where I check in. I really like that, right? I want to be able to help people and catch them when they're coming off a weekend, make sure that they're meal planning, make sure they're getting back on track. Number 2, sending private messages if you see people struggle. If you see somebody posting in the challenge group about how they can't get their Shakeology right, they don't like it, comment in the group thread so people can see that I addressed it. But I send them a private message. Hey, I see that you're struggling. Hey, I see that you're having problems with your knees. Hey, I see that you've missed a couple of workouts. Like, what's going on? What do you think? How are you feeling? Like, just give me the down and dirty. Let's talk about this. And just send them a message, guys. You want to reach out. You want to make sure that you notice people, that you notice that they're struggling. All right. And then lastly, this is something that I actually thought about while I was doing this. And I thought, I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at my customers and say, I'm going to give people a shout out. Every single week, shout out maybe Monday morning to the customers who haven't missed a workout. Super easy. You can just make a little image. You can write their names on there, and you can find that out very easy by going into the Challenge Tracker app, and you can see how many workouts have they done. You can even click on each person's name. Like I can click on Brittany, and then I can see by going down here how many different workouts she's logged, and I can see how many shakes she's logged. And then even right from here, I can send her a private message. So guys, there's so many awesome places that you can check in with people, right? That you can see how they are doing. So I love the idea of doing the shout out to the customers who haven't done a workout, because then it reinforces that behavior. People love that recognition. So I definitely would do that within the challenge group, and you can even do it on your public, Facebook page or Instagram or Snapchat if you wanted to do that as well. Okay. All right. So next is this, and this is kind of what I showed you, right? So I screenshotted Anna's, and you can see right here I have goal check. So go through your customers and look at their goals. She joined for accountability. She wanted to start the year with good intentions and focus on herself. Her motivation is to be better than this past year. I'll be more focused on my health and fitness. I want to fit into my jeans better. And so by me knowing what her goals are, I also see she didn't add her before picture. I can send her a message about that. Like, hey, don't forget to add your before picture in there. I can check in with her. I can see how many workouts she's logged by looking down here. I can see if she is on track. She looks like her Wednesday was her rest day. Or Thursday was her rest day. I can see she logged most of her Shakeologies. This might be for me, like, hey, are you drinking it every day? Did you just forget to log it? Just wanted to check in, make sure you are loving it. Are you finding it hard certain days to fit it in? This is conversation, guys. This is you giving people the best customer service possible. All right. I hope this is helping. All right. So the next part about this, now that we've looked at all these lovely features that we have, is Shakeology. I don't place up large enough emphasis on Shakeology. I talk about it, but do I talk about it enough? I think that's the key. And so Beachbody, Kim Carver, who is in charge of our field and staff development, he does all the training, came out with this little one-page document. He asked us for some feedback. The final one isn't out yet. But he really wanted to make sure that we are sharing the Shakeology experience. But do we know why we like it? Because we as coaches, and I can remember as a new coach watching every video in the Coach Online Office on Shakeology because I didn't know what it was. I didn't know why it wasn't a protein shake. I had to do my research. I had to educate myself. And at the same time, I was figuring out how it was affecting my body, and each one of us is different. So ask yourself, I think this is a really good thing for all of you guys to do. Number one, am I educated? When somebody asks me about Shakeology, do I talk from experience or do I try to spout out nutrition facts that people don't care about? When somebody asks me about Shakeology, do I say how it's affected me, right? So I love that number one on this little form here, it says be authentic. From the little habits to the significant transformations, what do you love about it? Your enthusiasm for what Shakeology has done for you is going to be the most impactful thing you share with others. So what is it? What do you love about it? For me, personally, it was the fact that I had one meal I didn't have to think about. It was my lunch because I used to eat my kids' mac and cheese, their chicken nuggets, their goldfish, and I was busy with an infant and a 2-year-old, and so it was easy. I just drank my shake while I was doing the mom thing, and it worked for me. Or it was what I would take when I was going to the pool or going to the park for a play date or going to my mom's group. And it was the thing I took so that I didn't eat McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or the snacks or the chips or the things that my kids were eating. That's what it did for me. Then it made my digestion regular. Then I started to realize I wasn't getting sick very often. I was rebounding faster. Then I realized that late at night, it was curbing my cravings because I would have a second shake at night, or I would make Shakeology chocolate, which I'm going to make. And it would save the day. It would save the day. That's why I love it. That's what people want to hear. Right? Very few people are going to want to know all of the nutrition facts and what they do for you. Most people don't know what moringa is. Most people don't know what ashwagandha is. And some people, frankly, aren't going to care. They're just going to want to be healthy. They're going to want to have a quick, convenient meal. But you should educate yourself on what those things are so that you're prepared when people do start to ask you. Then you should really begin to kind of collect other people's experiences. What are the people around you? Like my mother-in-law has lost 80 pounds. A lot of that came from just replacing one meal a day with Shakeology. My father-in-law, they're off their blood pressure, their cholesterol medications. My dad is the same way, right? I noticed that the people around me are getting different results depending on where they are in their life, right? Why is those benefits important to them? They now don't have to take medication. Their doctor gave them a clean bill of health, a pat on the back. That speaks to that market of people that are getting into the age where they have to start taking medications. Diabetics, it regulates your blood sugar. It keeps you stable. It is one meal that doesn't have that spike. That's something else you want to talk about it. And we need to place a high value on nutrition. It's not a weight loss shake. It's not a diet shake. It is not a protein shake. Good nutrition is for everybody. So I want you guys to talk about and read through this, and I'll share this with you guys, but these are so important. These are so important. Number one, that you look at this and you think to yourself, how can I interject stuff like this into my challenge groups? Like once a week, do Shakeology Day. You know, I used to do a post where I would give away a prize for the fanciest Shakeology. Like you put it in an awesome cup, you whatever, you pose it the best, you tell me your recipe, I'll pick one winner, I'll give away a prize. You know, one week we talk about non-scale victories with Shakeology. How is it helping you? Your favorite recipes. The Shakeology no bake balls, or, you know, talk about late night snacking and emotional cravings. Talk about Shakeology chocolate. So there's so many different things that you can do to teach people, you know, how to use Shakeology. Let's think about traveling. In the summertime, I encourage people, and even over the holidays, if you travel, don't keep the bag. Make sure you switch it to packets. The packets are great for traveling. If you're traveling, make sure you get packets and you post about it and you show people how you travel. Also, make sure you're teaching people how to make it. Are you showing your blender? Are you making a video that can go into your challenge group? Because think about myself. I royally screwed up Shakeology at first. I hated it. It was gritty. I didn't like the taste. It made me bloated. I had gas. Well, number one, my body wasn't used to the fiber. I was drinking weights. I wasn't drinking enough water, and I was shaking it and not blending it, and I wasn't putting enough liquid in. I was smart enough to like say, okay, I'm going to try this until I figure it out. Some people literally would tuck it away and never pull it out again. We want to prevent people from doing that. All right. So just some tips for you guys. Do you talk about the nutrition, convenience, preventative craving? Do you follow up to make sure that they like it? And are you teaching people how to make it as well? Okay. So anything else on Shakeology? I think that's the biggest thing, is just making sure that people are drinking it every day and you're following up with them too. All right. If they do travel and they're not at home, get them to get the packets and switch it from the bag. All right, so transition. Now, here's kind of the tricky part. I get this question a lot, is like people don't understand how to transition people from the first 30 days. So I run my challenge groups. It's 5 weeks total when you add in preseason. But once you get towards the end of preseason, the end of the first 30 days, what do you do? What do you do to ensure that people are going to move from one challenge group to the next? So create a post in your challenge group, right? Number one, you're going to do this. Guys, I can't believe it's almost the end of our group. We're on day 30 of 39. It's definitely time to think about phase 2. What is phase 2? Well, phase 2 is the next step of your transformation. You are literally just scratching the surface in the first month. You are breaking old habits, replacing them with new ones. You're getting into a routine of working out and overcoming obstacles. And I go on to explain this about, you know, I want them. Let me see if I have it actually in here. Hold on. I tried to put it in here. Let's see. Scheduled posts and my drafts. Where is my draft at? I wonder if I accidentally deleted it. I did. Poop. Okay. Anyways, let's see if there's, oh wait, my drafts. No, there's none in there. Darn, it was so good too. Okay, so anyways, scratch that. So anyways, I just go on to say about, hey guys, you know, phase 2 is where we fine tune and refine your goals. We readjust, we challenge ourselves. Maybe we up the intensity or the weights. Maybe we switch programs. We're going to just really start to begin to, and I also say that in month 2 is where I noticed that other people started to notice my results, right? So I kind of saw little changes, but it was in month 2 people saw changes in me physically and were making comments about it. Also, I also know that when people go off and try to do it on their own, they're more likely to like slowly slide back into old habits. So I said that in there too. I said, guys, if you want to be a part of my phase 2, comment below or send me an email and I will get you into the next group, right? So literally, I'm going to take people from phase 1 to phase 2. And I'm going to put them into the next challenge group. I'm going to create another group on my challenge tracker app. I will begin for another 30 days and I will continue on. Then I will have my new customers that are coming into phase 1 going into my month 1 challenge group. So every 30 days, they're going to begin to move from one challenge group to the next. They're going to have this transition, a 90-day process. We think about it, right? 12 weeks of P90X. That was a long time. Like, that was enough time to really change habits, to become efficient, to become effective, to really see the benefits. And from that point, most people see it as a lifelong habit from that point forward. So that's what I encourage you guys to do. And the cool part about the Challenge Tracker app is that, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually, you can take posts from another challenge group, right? So if you look at your post library, this is my library. I can literally copy and schedule this into another challenge group if I want to, right? So, if I create a new group, I can just go through and copy. So it's perfect. Yes, there are definitely going to be times where groups are going to overlap. I'm usually running 2 at the same time, and it's not really a big deal. When one group ends, those people move into the next one. Because you can schedule things in the Challenge Tracker app, it's easy. You just are responsible for going in and checking in, and it's not a problem at all. I multitask and run 2 groups all the time. All right. Also, yes, at the bottom, it's still at the bottom of this post, which you can't see. It says the requirements are Shakeology and a fitness program, no exceptions, because I want people to stay on Shakeology. That is part of the service that I provide to them. When if you would go to a gym, you would not say, I'm going to stop paying my gym membership, but I'm still going to come and work out at your gym. No, these are the requirements of the group. This is what is expected. I'll support you. You can send me Facebook messages and I'll help you, but you're not going to get all of these perks of these challenge groups unless you are going to participate in it. And that's just me, because I place a high priority and a high value that I'm going to give you my all when you join this group. So absolutely. Ben and Steph, maybe the first 2 months were the only times that I did not do it because I was trying to build my confidence. But after that, it was like, unless they had an allergy, unless they couldn't for a health reason, or they were pregnant and their doctor said no. Unless there was a health reason, those were the only exceptions. But pretty much if somebody was like, I can't afford it, I was like, sorry, I'll help you. You can buy the 21-day fix. It's just not going to be in a challenge group. I'll support you outside of it, because that's just the way that I work. And honestly, it's funny because people will say, I found the money for it. I can do Shakeology now, because they want to be a part of your challenge group. So anyways, I think that that's important for you guys to think about that too. All right. So here we go. 90-day, repeat this. So 90-day group for support all through the Challenge Tracker app. Guys, here's the thing. If you're bored, your customers are going to be bored. If you are energetic, if you're on fire, if you're interacting, if you're commenting, they are going to be too. But if you go in there and go, oh man, I got to post in my challenge group, they're going to be the same way. So you have to keep it creative. You have to keep it interesting. You have to come up with fun little challenges and things you can do with them, and videos that you can create. The more you keep it creative and interesting, the better results your challengers will get. If you want to come up with a monthly theme, like February is the month of love, maybe you want to do self-love or emotional well-being, or maybe you want to do a book club and you want to have everybody read a book. The sky is the limit. You can do whatever you want to do in that group. You can teach them anything you want to teach them. Maybe you want to talk about taking care of your mental health and yoga and relaxation and breathing and, all sorts. Maybe you want to talk about parenting tips or something like that too, right? Anything, you can totally do it. All right. Monthly themes, weekly challenges. You can give away prizes. I don't think you have to in order to have success, but you can. I'm just giving you some ideas, and bring in personal development. So work that in, that mindset. Changing your nutrition and your fitness and making it a lifestyle is the total package. You don't just change one without the other. All right. So I have people that repeat over and over and over again, and they're just lifers, and they're in every challenge group of mine, and they don't care if it's the same post. because I mix it up, like I go in and add different things and I'm posting different things every day. So I try to keep it exciting and fresh and new as much as possible. I created my challenge group scripts, which basically I just take my posts and I put them into a Google Doc, and every day I would copy and paste. I would take ideas from other people, and those are the guides that I share with my team. Those are the guides that I work from. Those are the guides that I revise. So I'm not constantly having to come up with new content every single day. They're just little supplementals that go in there that are very much what I'm going through in life at the moment. All right. My challenge groups are general. They're not program specific, because I want people to be where they're at, and I want to support them where they are at too. So what I encourage you guys to do is, number one, you need to track your business. You've got to track your success. You, as an individual, are a business owner. You need to be responsible for your customers' results. And how effective are you? Because if every single month, every single one of your customers cancels their Shakeology, you have a problem. It's not Beachbody that has a problem, it's you. There is something that you're not doing, or you're not explaining well enough, or or maybe just have really bad luck. But 9 times out of 10, there's probably something you can identify that probably is causing you not to keep people on Shakeology. But if you kind of put your blinders on and you say, I don't want to know, or I don't want to take the time to figure it out, then that's your own fault, right? You have to take ownership of that and then challenge yourself to say, can I keep my customers on Shakeology longer? Can I get more customers into my challenge group? Can I ask for referrals? How can I improve my customer experience? Because I know my customers lead to coaches. My coaches, is what is going to grow my organization. But I gotta have the solid foundation first. So if you're a new coach, or if you're struggling to hit Success Club, I want you to think about, this is my focus: customer experience first. Cool? All right. But it's true, right? We don't like conviction, but it's true. I've been with Melanie for more than 90 days. It keeps me accountable and motivated. Yep. I do. I keep it separate from the new group, Charisse. I do keep it all separate. I have people literally sign up for every group. Yep. I do recommend that and an early on coach too. Yes, doing that. Yes, I do. I would say, as soon as you feel as soon as like, this is money. Like this, I put time and effort. As soon as I realized how much heart and soul I was putting into my challenge groups, I was like, nope, I'm not downplaying this, because I know that this is worth it, right? I know that this is worth it. So in closing, guys, is there any questions that you guys have about challenge groups, about running challenge groups, about the Tracker app, about Beachbody On Demand? Do you find that you are, my call to action for you guys is this. It's reflection. I want you to take a step back, and I want you to look at yourself. I want you to ask yourself, if you're running a 21-day fix business, are you running a quick fix? For goodness sakes, are you like an 8 works person? We're just wrapping it, get that initial sale, and out the door. Are you looking at each person as a long-term lifestyle change? And then you say to yourself, what am I using to measure my customer success? How is it that I'm going to ensure that people love the experience so much that they shout me from the rooftops? When you add that kind of value, your name travels fast. So build credibility through the customer experience. That is my call to action for you guys, is that you take this away and you dive into this and you really make this your own. And then share the things that are working for you in our team page, with your coaches, with your success partners, especially with your team cup as you start that as well. All right. So guys, thank you so much for participating in our team call tonight. I'm going to upload the slides into the team page. I am also going to get the recording posted for you guys as soon as possible. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I am happy to answer and help you in any way that I can. Anything else, guys? Any other questions that you guys have? If not, it's 10:10. We're 10 minutes over. I promise to only keep you for an hour. Would love some feedback. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much.